All right, I'm so excited you're back with me today for the next lesson in this training. I want to dive deeper into that feeling of the unknown and being stuck and not knowing how to move forward and the things that are holding you back from truly transforming your life. But we're going to talk about more of the energetics behind it. So we're going to step back a little bit from the triggers and how it presents in your reality and really dive into the emotional side of it and the energetic side of it. And I'm going to explain to you what you can do very simply to start to get your energy moving. And really, it's all about your chakras, the energy centers in your body. There are seven energy centers within your body, seven main ones that really dictate how you experience your reality and how you process and perceive emotional information. And when those energy centers are blocked, meaning that energy cannot move through them, or another way to put it is you have stuck energy in these areas or in these chakras, you will produce a distorted experience in life. It could be related to things feeling very out of whack for you, maybe situations where you're not feeling safe. Your nervous system is in a constant state of fight or flight. You're feeling anxious. You're not steady. You just simply don't feel safe. That is an indication that there is energy stuck in your root chakra. So you're experiencing this reality of not feeling safe. You're not fully anchored into your body, into this physical vessel. And that ungroundedness manifests as that emotional feeling of being a little panicky and just not feeling safe. And our mind tells us, well, there's things happening externally that are causing me to not feel safe. But the interesting thing is, it's the fact that your energy is stuck in your root chakra that is creating a wobbly experience of not feeling safe. You're experiencing reality through a foggy lens because energy is stuck down in your root chakra. It's not getting up your central channel up to here, and it's not coming out into this beautiful torque field in a coherent manner. It's wobbling as it moves up because the energy is getting stuck in the lower chakra, in the root chakra, and it is coming out as a distorted reality. So that can have you experience emotions of just panic and not feeling safe, right? So we have these chakras within our body, and we draw our energy and our divine light in. It comes in through the crown and it moves down through our body. And you could think of having like an elevator shaft, like straight down your body, okay? And that elevator shaft goes all the way down, sits right behind your spine, moves all the way down into your root, out your tailbone, and down deep into the planet. And when we become conscious of that connection, what happens is we feel more anchored, we feel more stable, we feel safe, right? And that's because energetically we are conscious within our body. That is where all of this design flow is trying to move down and through the body. Now, when we're constantly focused out here, if you're constantly focused out into the field and into reality and you're not focused into your body, your energy becomes scattered. So as it comes down through this central channel and it goes deep into the earth, it bounces like off the earth and it comes back up and it moves through the root chakra, it gets stuck. There may be some dense areas energetically in there. Maybe you're feeling physical symptoms of being tight down in the hips, right? Down near the root area. Maybe your lower back, it's just tight. Well, these are symptoms of stuck energy in the root chakra. Okay, so your body is telling you that energy is stuck. So remember, your divine energy flow is dropping in through your central channel and it's going down deep into the earth and it's coming back up because remember it wants to rise back up through that central channel unimpeded. Okay, because remember, you are a divine being that is focused into this physical reality. You're manifesting this physical body. Your energy is focused down into the physical body and it needs to anchor into that fully so that you can have this human experience. So it comes down, bounces off the earth, and starts to rise back up, and it gets into the root chakra, and it can't get through there. It can't get through there. Okay, and we manifest these physical, your body will try to get your attention with these physical pains, tightness, and those types of things, right? And if you ignore that, what happens is it kind of fires up your mental body, and your mind starts throwing thoughts out there, and you start experiencing a reality where you're not feeling safe. Okay, and that is purely energetically speaking because you are not anchored into your root chakra. Energy is not flowing in there. Another great way of thinking about it is your root chakra, the space in your root chakra is unconscious. It is not conscious, okay? And the pains that you have, the physical pains and the mental anguish, the not feeling safe is really your higher self's way of getting you back into the body to become conscious in the root chakra, okay? And that's why we do all sorts of breathing, and we anchor it into the body, and we get into the root, and we consciously move energy, and we move breath. Using our breath, we move energy through these areas. And when you do that, they become more conscious. And there are various techniques where you could actually literally get in there and squeeze muscles and allow them to relax, just like with a breath, right? And that engages muscles, and energy starts to move. It's called creating space, right? So once you start to do that, something interesting happens, right, down in the root chakra, and the energy then moves up through the root chakra, and you start to feel a little bit more secure, a little bit more safe, yet still not emotionally balanced, right? Maybe still feeling a little off, but not like you were before, because the energy then that was stuck in the root moves up into the sacral, okay, the sacral chakra, right? So you're feeling more safe, but you're still a little bit emotionally off. Maybe your creativity suffering, those types of things. Again, maybe some back pain, those types of things, indications energetically that you have stuck energy in the sacral chakra. Okay, so we get into that area and we start to breathe. Okay, and we start to bring energy to it by becoming conscious there. We focus it, right? How do we become conscious in the sacral? Well, we focus our attention into that, right? And there are different things we could do with breath work, and these are things that we get into in my Anew You program, where we could actually get energy moving through there and bring that area, that space back online. And once that starts to flow, remember the divine energy flows coming down in through the central channel into the ground and into Gaia, and it's coming back up through, and it's moved through the root chakra because you're feeling safe now, right? You've found some situations maybe in your reality that are assisting you to feel safe, and you've done the work and got into the root chakra and breathed into it, and your energy's moving now. It moved up into the sacral, and now you're a little bit emotionally unstable, and you're starting to lean into that. You're focusing into the sacral with various breathwork techniques, and you're bringing energy there, and you're starting to feel a little bit more emotionally stable, okay? Then what happens next, right? That chakra starts to align. The root chakra's align, the sacral starts to align, and the energy frees up. The stuck energy that was in there frees up, and it moves up into the solar plexus, okay? And the energy is now moving up. So you're feeling more stable emotionally. You're feeling safer, more anchored in your body because you are consciously, with intention, bringing focus and energy into these lower chakras. They're starting to balance. They're starting to align. The energy's coming in. Your divine energy flow down the central channel. It's coming into the planet, and it's bouncing off, so to speak, right? It's coming back up through the root. Now it's no longer impeded in the root chakra. There's no longer resistance there. It's flowing up, and it's flowing up through the sacral, and now it's getting up in the solar plexus. Okay, it's getting stuck there. So it's smooth coming up, and then it starts to wobble again, right? And we experience that wobble as maybe feeling not so confident, or not so, maybe we don't we don't have a whole lot of self-esteem, those types of things, right? That's again showing you that you have stuck energy. Maybe you got some digestive issues, maybe you got some reflux, heartburn, those types of things. Your body's way of showing you that there is stuck energy in the solar plexus. So you've got the root, you've got the sacral, and there's energy moving through there, right? Now you're up into the solar plexus, so you bring it back in and you start to focus into the solar plexus, and you could work on various breathwork techniques there to help get that energy moving. And as you do that, you start to feel a little bit more confident. You have a little bit more sense of self-worth, more self-esteem, you start to feel a little bit more empowered. Not only that, you're emotionally more balanced and you're feeling safe, you're feeling secure in your environment and in your body, okay? So the chakras are starting to align, okay? And you get it up into the solar plexus, and all of a sudden you're up here into the heart, right? You have maybe some heart blockage. Maybe you've had some situations in your life where you're not feeling loved, right? Or you feel like you're incapable of being loved. Okay, so you have some blockages in the heart chakra. So this energy, it's working its way up your body because you are clearing the path in your central channel by bringing awareness and consciousness into the body. And you're actually infusing that energy and consciousness into the various tissues using various breathwork techniques. Okay, you can do this with yoga as well. And this, I'm not going to get into the specifics of that here, but in A New You, we talk about that. And these different techniques really help you to make the unconscious conscious. Okay, so you get into the heart space now, and you start to create space in there, and you start to get present in the body and breathe into the heart, and you start to create space in the heart through these various breathing techniques, and space is created, and all of that energy that was hindered from moving up into the heart space because the heart was constricted, it wasn't open. Now it starts to open, and the energy that was stuck in the solar plexus moves up into the heart space. And wow, you know what? Maybe you experience at that moment your very own grand or great central flash. Okay, this flash of light as this stuck energy from the solar plexus moves up into your heart space. Okay, so you've got this solar flash, right? This great solar flash moving up into your heart space, and that energy just releases, and you start to feel love. You start to not only experience love in your reality, but you start to feel love for yourself, right? Because all of that energy that was offline, that was stuck in the lower chakras, is now making its way up into the heart space. Not because it just did it by itself, but because you took the time to realize, become aware that, you know what, I'm just not feeling loved. I'm not experiencing love. And instead of becoming a victim to it, you decided to take a proactive approach and do something about it. Okay? And you started to find love within yourself. And you did that by breathing into the heart space, expanding space, and just allowing that energy that was stuck right below the heart space to move up and fully fill that space. Now you're feeling stable, you're feeling safe, you're feeling emotionally balanced, you're feeling confident, self-empowered, and you're feeling love for yourself. That energy is moving up your central channel now. This whole reality that spills out here based on how the energy is moving through your body it's starting to change, right? You're starting to look out there and you're starting to experience situations that reflect that you're feeling safe, that reflect that you're confident, they reflect that you're emotionally more stable. You're not as reactive as maybe you once were, right? You don't fly off the handle. You're a little bit more conscious now. So you're aware of your thoughts. You don't react, you choose to respond. And you start to realize that people around you, even strangers, are starting to smile at you. You could be at the store, you could be at the gas station, you could be out and about, and people are smiling at you, and you're feeling that love. You're feeling that love for others. More importantly, you're feeling and experiencing that love for you. Okay? The heart chakra is now getting into balance. So get all the lower chakras now humming. They're moving. Energy is no longer really getting stuck there. It's coming up here. It's rising up into the throat. And if you have a blockage in your throat, you're going to have issues with being able to speak your truth. Maybe there's some fear there. Maybe there's some fear of being judged. Maybe there's some fear there of not being able to manifest, so these things are keeping you small, right? So you become conscious of that. You start to realize that you're feeling secure, safe, emotionally balanced. You're feeling love. You're feeling empowered. And now I'm ready to speak the truth. So your higher self is directing you into the throat chakra. Okay, so you start to focus there because that's the next chakra that was offline. that wasn't in balance, right? The energy's moving below. It's coming up here now because, boy, it wants to get up here, right? Because something amazing happens when it gets up here. So now you start being able to speak your truth. And the interesting thing is you start to be able to speak your truth because you're feeling safe, you're feeling confident, you're feeling empowered, right? So the fact that the energy wasn't reaching here was actually keeping your throat chakra out of balance. Now the energy's flowing up into here, and all of a sudden, the resistance that you had to speaking your truth, to speaking into manifesting the life you desire, that resistance is no longer there. You just start to be able to stand in your power, stay anchored, stay stable, and speak your truth. Okay, so it just moves up. Do you see how this works, right? So we've got it all aligned. It's all aligned now. It's all aligned, right? And again, various techniques to focus energy into these various areas. When we can focus energy into these areas, we wake them up. Okay, and energy starts to flow. So if energy was stuck because it was tight, we squeeze into there and we breathe into there and release it, and we do that, and energy then, the space is available for energy to move up into it. Okay, so we've got the throat now. Everything's rocking, everything's rolling, and bam, you're up in the third eye. Now, with the third eye, energy gets up there, and you focus into your forehead here and your pineal gland. Something amazing happens. Your reality starts to shift. Your reality starts to expand, and you start to be able to perceive things that were unperceivable by you because that totality of that energy, that high frequency light, was stuck somewhere below. Okay, now it got up, it's past the throat, now it's up here, and you're starting to be able to perceive your intuition that was locked away down in your gut. That energy is now freed up and it's moving up into here, and you're starting to enhance and perceive your intuition. Okay, everything's rocking and rolling. This speaking into existence is now starting to manifest into your reality, right? You're able to perceive it. Your third eye is now online and it is balanced. And then it gets up into here, into the crown chakra. And boy, the crown chakra, when that sucker pops open, you are in for a whole new world. That happened to me when I truly had that awakening moment back in 2018, as my crown popped open. I had all of this amazing energy rush through me. It came from up here. It came from chakra 8. It was the totality of the universe. All of this amazing information where my higher self sat just came in through the crown. It came down through me. It moved up as all my chakras lined up, and it got up into here, and I was able to start to really experience all of it. So once it comes up into here, it comes out into this toric field, which represents your reality. And you start to be able to experience your guides and your higher self and the universe, all of these amazing concepts, all of this amazing information, the Akashic records, all of these things start to become available to you. And it's simply because you chose to focus inward to get all of these energy centers in balance. Okay, we tend to focus externally and try to force all of these things to happen, and you end up ignoring the most important piece. You came here to be physical, right? When we're looking out here, we're not focused on what's happening in here. When you learn to bring it in, when you learn to follow the little breadcrumbs from your physical body with these little aches and pains, even chronic conditions, when you start to be the observer of your thought instead of identifying with your thoughts, you start to create that space and bring awareness back into the body. And what happens is when the divine you is pouring down this central channel and it's grounding into the planet and that energy's bouncing back up, it's coming up like this. It's no longer hitting the density and wobbling and creating a distorted reality. What's a distorted reality? One where I'm a victim, one where you're not loved, one where you're not feeling worthy, you don't have self-esteem, you just don't feel safe. You could be in your house and yet you don't feel safe. That is a distorted reality. That reality is being created not by external situations. That's just the manifestation of the reality. The reality is being created by the energetic imbalance within your system, within your body. Your higher self is attempting to anchor fully into the physical vessel, and because you are not present and focused in, and parts of your body, your systems, your tissue is not conscious, energy is not moving through it because you're too focused on what I've done in the past and like what you're going to do in the future, right? You're not being present. Energy slows down and gets stuck and doesn't move. And that reflects in a wobbly reality. That's what manifests for you. So if you're finding that your reality is not manifesting in the way you truly desire, you feel like something's off, you're feeling stuck, and you don't know how to move forward, you're not in balance energetically. And when you release the desire to try to change it through force externally, working harder, right? Getting that next degree, bouncing around from relationship to relationship to try to find the right thing, and you decide to turn in momentarily and start to do that work inside, inward, everything lines up and everything shifts. And when that happens, that energy that was getting stuck below comes up here like a fountain, an amazing high frequency fountain, and the reality you experience is a higher frequency reality. So all of this focusing inward is really raising your vibration. Okay, we're getting into the deep energy, the deep energy in the body, the deep dense energy in the body, the stuff that's stuck, the stuff that's making you feel tight, making you feel small. And we're expanding that space. We're expanding it by bringing consciousness into the body that allows that stuck energy to free up, that moves up your central channel. You have this amazing toric field that manifests as a higher frequency reality. And all the things that you've been looking for when your energy was stuck, that you were separated from, they start to come into your experience. The information becomes available to you because you're connected to your higher self. You're connected to your body, right? You're no longer focusing solely out here. You're in here. That bridge has been established between your mind and your soul, right? The body. And you start to be able to tap into the intuition, tap into your guides, your Akashic records. You start to align with your purpose, and you start to be able to experience and see and perceive and then seize opportunities that are in alignment with your purpose. And once that happens, where your reality just changes almost overnight, like magic. So I am opening up enrollment for my New You program very, very soon. So I would love for you to take advantage of that. If you want to learn a little bit more about my A New You program, go ahead and make sure that you sign up for the wait list. It's going to be in the description. I don't know if it's above or it's below, but wherever that link is, go ahead and jump on that wait list. And when we're ready for enrollment, when I'm ready to open up that program again, you will be one of the first to receive the invite and the information on how to move forward with that. So thank you so much for joining me today. I am so, so grateful, and I will see you on the next one.